From Florida, Congresswoman Sheila Cherfilus-McCormick for 5 minutes for her opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for convening today's hearing on the State Department's Bureau of Counterterrorism. I want to thank Acting Coordinator Lee Grofo for being here today and for your many years of public service. For decades, the State Department CT Bureau has worked hand in hand with our allies and partners to disrupt terrorist networks, prevent radicalization, and support the capacity of governments around the world to do the same. It is through this vital work that we have built the international coalition, expertise, and tools that help keep Americans safe around the world. Yet this administration has chosen to gut it all. On July 11th, the Trump administration issued RIFs orders to over 1,300 State Department employees. This included numerous CT experts across the department. Among those fired was the entire team working on the Counter-Violent Extremists, or CVE. This office worked on preventing radicalization before it took hold. Today's global terrorist threats remain significant, and we need the best people working on the mitigation and prevention work. This administration also gutted the Bureau of Population, Refugees, and Migration, known as PRM. For decades, PRM has supported refugees and provided humanitarian assistance around the world, helping to alleviate conflict, displacement, and poverty that terrorist groups exploit. The administration didn't stop there. It also gutted the Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights, and Labor, and the vast majority of the department's programs aimed at protecting the rights of individuals who are marginalized and may feel they have no other choice than to turn to extremism to redress their grievances. Then there's the dismantling of USAID, an agency that for decades worked in some of the world's most volatile regions to provide life-saving assistance and build livelihoods. This administration's promise of life-saving assistance would continue. Just weeks later, The Atlantic reported that the administration ordered over 500 metric tons of emergency food to be incinerated rather than delivering it to the starving populations who need it. How do we think that headline plays with the terrorist groups seeking to recruit the most vulnerable? Compare that to from the American people. The administration's inability to grasp, let alone appropriate respond to counterterrorism needs is also apparent in the FY26 budget request. For example, the budget request makes no mention of Yemen anywhere, despite the significant threats posed by Houthi rebels. In fact, the Trump administration cuts funds to Yemen, including food assistance, when over 17 million people in Yemen are food insecure. As they cut programs and offices working to address the root causes of extremes, it is clear that this administration lacks the foresight, focus, and common sense necessary to combat terrorism effectively. I am far less concerned about how your organization chart looks than about your workforce being ready, staffed, and trained to complete its mission with experts. We have to remember that what is at stake here. This is about our national security and protecting American interests and the American people from terrorists and violent extremists. We must address these threats with clear eyes and effective policy. Effective CT workers cannot succeed with political motivated purges, baseless budgets, and foreign assistant cuts, and an empty toolbox. Mr. Logofo, I look forward to your testimony and to your understanding on how these conditions will better the Bureau and help it get to its mission. Thank you so much for being here. I yield back.